friends, this is Carapace the Changeling. Today I would like to go over an MLP theory, the one that got me open to starting these videos. My theory involves the changeling race and their transformation into their new forms, and why Thorax and Pharynx look so different compared to the others. As we know, the changelings transform when they willingly share love as opposed to feeding on love. So why did only two changelings gain a form that is so drastically different from the average changeling? I have heard other theories that this is the changeling equivalent of alicorns, or that Thorax and Pharynx are royal changelings who give them a special form. However, these theories I find lacking in that it assumes the changeling species shares the same rules as ponies. We are shown changeling magic and changeling themselves, and they differ drastically from ponies in culture and magic, speaking nothing of biology, and just having horns and wings does not equate a pony. Neither does the idea that Thorax and Pharynx are special by birth, because as we see, Thorax is no different from any other changelings pre-transformation, which defies the notion that he was special at birth in any way besides personality. In coming up with my theory, I decided to examine what exactly differed in Thorax and Pharynx that the other changelings did not share, and find a somewhat scientific reasoning behind it. Well, as scientific as a show about pastel ponies could be. Changelings have shown to share a lot in common with other insect species, and thus my research went to hive species to see what other similarities changelings may share with them. And so I settled on bees as a good example to explain my theory. As we have seen, changelings have a single queen who was also the mother of their hive, Queen Chrysalis, a trait they share with bees. If we consider Thorax and Pharynx to be royal changelings, then we must also consider Chrysalis to be one. So the question becomes, how do you make a new queen? Queen bees are not actually born, they are made. If a hive requires a new queen for any reason, a normal female bee larva is placed within a cell, which is then flooded with a special substance called royal jelly. This contains pheromones which initiates the development of a new queen bee. Without this substance, the bee would mature into a regular worker bee. So what is the changeling equivalent of royal jelly? Well, we can all guess that it's love, the only substance that the changelings collect. But obviously, just love is not the answer, since all a changeling needs to do to transform is willingly share love. So what did Thorax do that the other changelings did not? He cultivated love before his transformation. Thorax left his hive and sought out friendship and love, and in doing so, he manifested new physical traits and lost his need to feed on love. At that point, when he willingly shared his love, it resulted in a transformation into a royal form, much like a bee matures into a queen when fed on royal jelly. All the other changelings just shared love after they saw Thorax do it, but they didn't develop a relationship with love that Thorax had, and thus we end up with the majority of the changelings changing into a standard form that we see. But wait, you ask, what about Pharynx? He didn't cultivate love like Thorax. Why did he get a royal form? Well, that's not exactly true. Pharynx didn't cultivate love through relationships like Thorax, but he did cultivate love. Love of his hive, the thing he most cared about, and love for his brother, which he developed since birth. And he dedicated himself to the hive's defenses, which is a form of love. So while he didn't develop the open love for others like Thorax did, he did develop something beyond just sharing love, and when he willingly shared it, that was it. And you will also notice that when Pharynx transforms, he is smaller than Thorax and his horns are not so developed. This could be because he didn't complete his development. Thorax manifested new physical traits before his transformation, which could be the actual physical signs that a changeling is ready to transform into a fully mature royal. Pharynx underwent his transformation prematurely before he showed any physical signs, resulting in an underdeveloped royal form. And as such, any changeling has the potential to become a royal, but first they must cultivate love before the final transformation. But what do you think? Does this theory hold water? Or is there another reason why Thorax and Pharynx have different forms? Either way, please leave a comment below. Until then, this is Carapace the Changeling, signing off.